What up, though, YouTube? Welcome back to another Evolving Eric reaction. And as you can see, we got this Death Consciousness, Have a Nice Life pulled up to the, what is it, right or left of me? Y'all left, but my right. This is my boy's. He said it's his third favorite album of all time. I've never heard this band. It looks like they're an alternative band, which should be cool. I do like alternative rock music. I got it pulled up right here. That's why I'm looking down. I'm going to have the lyrics pulled up because oftentimes when it comes to alternative music, the first time hearing it, I kind of have a hard time hearing lyrics. So I'll have them pulled up. I guess the first song doesn't have the lyrics on Apple Music, but every other song does. So we'll try our best for the ones that don't, but for the other ones, I'll just be looking at the lyrics. Hopefully I can hear it without me needing to look too deeply into it, though. But yeah, I'll try not to stop it unless I need to say something interesting or important, but let's do it. Oh yeah, this first one's called A Quick One Before the Eternal Worm Devours. It keeps going. Never mind. Let's keep on. There's a longer name than I was expecting. Already real nice spacey vibes. I'm already wanting to thumbs this up. Yeah, real scenic vibe so far. And when I say scenic, I mean as in like setting the scene, not necessarily like nature. But yeah, it definitely feels like space vibes. Something about the synths. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, so far the guitar and synths sound really nice. I'm wondering what they're gonna end up putting over as far as lyrics. Maybe not on this one, but down the line. Yeah, bro, so far this is just interesting. Like, I just feel like I'm in like a dark, spacious room or like a starry space just floating through. Spectating. Hey, what up, Chris? Shout out to you, Chris, man. Thank you for recommending this album. As you could hear, I'm on the first track. My boy Chris is the one who recommended the album YouTube. I'm filming this for YouTube. And I gave you a shout out. I said shout out to my boy who recommended it, but that's my boy Chris, so he came in at a perfect time. Facts. And if you're wondering what I'm streaming on Twitch. All my ads are here, or you can just type in Evolving Eric on Twitch, you'll see me. But yeah. So far, I was just saying nice spacey vibes. That's what it's giving me. Yes, sirski. That's what I told him. This is an interesting listen. I gotta put something in the air for this one. Very depressing album, but everyone on the internet loves this album, including me. So far, I'm liking what's going on. I haven't even gotten to the real deep cuts yet, so I'm gonna definitely check this out. Depressing sometimes can be good if it's real, as far as music goes. Okay, word. I'm gonna see if I can understand on the first listen. Oh, that's really cool. I definitely gotta check that out. Thank you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later.
Hey, welcome to the evolution.
Winterway 404. Welcome to the evolution. Thank you for the follow. I'm just doing a album reaction / review. Really, more of a reaction than a review. But welcome to the evolution. Thanks for stopping through. Oh, word. That's tight. So wait, is this a band of just two artists? Got my juice. Two guys in the same band from Connecticut. Okay, word. This came out. Yeah, I do see it came out in 08. Interesting. I like a lot of music that came out 07, 08. So, yeah. Dope. I see. I was just looking up their names. I see Dan Barrett, and Tim Makuga. They said the experiment rock duo have a nice or Deathconsciousness have a nice life. Okay. Tight. Okay, wait. Oh, have a nice life is their name. I thought they were Deathconsciousness. Deathconsciousness is the name of the project. Okay. That makes more sense. Now I understand what's going on. Well, I'm not gonna restart the whole reaction because of that, but I understand it now. Oh, okay. Damn, that's crazy. Sometimes people take a minute. Word. Bro, this has been such an interesting listening experience. Like, I feel like I have no idea what's about to happen next as far as the next songs, but I'm so interested. I have 8 variants on vinyl. This is so special to me, bro. Well, bro, I'm glad to be listening to this project, man. You know, I know how much music means to the both of us. You're a real music lover like me, so if you're recommending an album and you're saying it means a lot to you, there must be some good stuff here. So can't wait to see. The first time I was in awe. I couldn't believe what I was listening. You really need to listen to lyrics. Yeah, bro, I have the lyrics pulled up right here on my phone. You missed the part where I said that, which is totally okay. But I have the lyrics pulled up so I can see. I'm not just gonna just skim through it. I'm actually pay attention. So I got you, bro. Bro, this is like scary movie vibes. Like I'm getting scared. Like eerie. Okay, word. Okay. Okay, interesting. That was a very nice listen though. That was like extremely soothing. Again, I felt like I was in space for most of that. And then towards the end I was like, okay, what's about to happen? My first ever listen was extremely late. I found this album TikTok. Oh, word. Honestly, I found a lot of good stuff through TikTok, so I feel that. But anyways, back to the reaction for y'all boys at home, boys and gals at home. This next song's called Blood Hail. I got the lyrics pulled up in front of me. That's the only thing I'll be looking at. I'll be locked in on this the whole time. Let's do this. Let's see what's here. Nice hard rock drums. Drum snappy. Nice guitar added on to them drums. Okay, bad. Say less. Hey, what up, Jay? I feel the top of the roof come off, kill everybody there. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but let's continue. Damn, the vocals on this is like, it's such an interesting texture that they're using. Like, I do like a lot of 07, 08 music, but it doesn't sound like this. This is like, this is different from anything I've heard. It's interesting. Hey, thanks for coming through, twin. That layer, oh, that like higher pitch vocal is so nice. Nah, this is hard as fuck. This is a band called Have a Nice Life, a duo, and this is their album Deathconsciousness. Oops, played the wrong one. Yes, sir. This is track 2. Bro, the vocals have like this interesting like lower tone mixed within the beat type of texture, and then that snare is so snappy, but it works. But it might actually be a kick that I'm referring to. Yeah, it's a kick. He said they end everyone with arrowheads. What is it? What does that mean? Because I've heard the term, but I don't actually know what that means. So it's something I'll have to look into. And then, of course, there's the water brand. I'm loving that background effect too. It's almost like not necessarily choir, but just like a bunch of vocals stacked, almost like a harmony, but not necessarily a choir. I'm gonna pull this up on Genius because I don't know what they're saying. Well, I know what they're saying, but I don't know what they're referring to. It says Genius annotation: the hunter escalates the staircase of humans and reaches the sky. He unleashes a barrage of arrows in every direction, hoping to strike down God. According to the booklet, he is successful. God is then depicted blank on the ground of Earth, being blank by thousands of animals. Okay, yeah, no. See, this is getting deeper than I was even thinking. I'm glad I stopped to actually look it up. I'm gonna just keep the lyrics pulled up on Genius in that case, so I could just look up whatever they mean. That way, I don't have to guess. See, even the first part, this is way deeper than I was even thinking. That's why I was like, let me look into the lyrics. The first verse, it says, I feel the top of the roof come off, blank everybody there, and I'm watching the stars burn out, trying to pretend that I care. And then they say the process of burning stars, when the atoms within it collides and thus generates energy. Stars are mostly at the stage the heat and electromagnetic radiation produced creates this luminescent appearance of stars we see in stars at night. This is the phrase the narrator is watching: stars and equilibrium, burning stably. However, since the amount of hydrogen fuel in a star is finite, it will reach its end. This eventually leads to collapse and blank of a star. Clearly doesn't faze the narrator, as he had a job to do despite all the stars above him are gone, or are dying out. Interesting as hell. First of all, sonically, that was super sick. Conceptually, that was deep. I was not even expecting to go there. However, I love it. This is what I love about music. You can take things at surface level, and then you can look back and see, oh, and there's more to it than you think. But that's cool. This next song is called "The Big Loom." Dude, these are some of like the most. It almost sounds like these vocals are in a funnel, but it doesn't take away from the feeling of the song. If anything, it adds to it, which is I think is really cool, because somebody could hear that and it could be wrong. It could almost sound wrong, but it's like tastefully done here. And I think the singer is such a good singer. Like he's hitting the notes, so I think that transcends and that translates well too as a listener. So far it sounds like the author is saying they're literally in an ice bath and pretty much just describing having a hard time while they're describing what it's like to be in the ice bath. Yes, sir. And then in this part, it sounds like they're talking about just being in this moment temporarily, unless they choose to end it and make it permanent, which is pretty dark. But you know, this is like crazy. This is crazy. Sound like they're talking about wanting to be free from the scenario entirely, which it can be like that, especially in the toughest moments. This production is so interesting. There's like this one sound that's like like a little interesting percussion sound. Actually, I think that's more like a synth or something. That it's like I think somebody's playing that. But yeah, it's interesting. I guess it sounds like it's mixed in with the percussion, so that's probably why I thought it was that. This is like literally some of the saddest. Literally though, some of the saddest writing I've ever heard. But there's like so it's just interesting to follow the story at the same time. It's kind of like what a lot of people gravitated to about XXX Tentacion or however you pronounce it. His music, where it was like there's a lot of dark concepts, but then there's a lot of things that people relate to, like people that are going through similar scenarios. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. I get it for sure. What's up, twin? How you doing? You can say what up to YouTube if you want to. We're reacting to this "Have a Nice Life," Death Consciousness album. But yeah, bro, I definitely get it. I definitely get it, Chris. This is interesting as fuck. Let's keep going though. Shout out to you, twin. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's so crazy how they buried the vocals too. It's almost like what he's describing when you're listening to the vocals. Like he's describing being in this ice bath and having a tough time, and then it sounds like that, which is like they did a really good job of immersing you within the world of the story that they're telling. On the Genius notes, they point out how at one part of the record at the end, it's kind of self-centered for the person because they're more so thinking about how people will react to if they were to end it in the scenario. More concerned about that than like their own life or freedom. That's an interesting perspective because I don't think I would have thought of that. But that's why it's cool to have Genius up because a lot of people kind of break it down for you. This is wild though. This is definitely a wild listen. Sheesh. Man. This album is so dramatic too. It's just like you can hear like a needle, like a pin drop right now. Jeez, this is sick though. Despite the darker tone, because y'all know me. Usually, I like a lot of lighter tone stuff. This is really sick to me. Because it's I think it's cool when artists can do that. They can like immerse you within a world and then you're listening to the record and the record matches completely to where like it transports you to a place no matter what it is. Yeah, this is sick. I see why you like it. Let's keep going though. This next one's called Hunter. Bro, their production style, I just never heard nothing like it. It's like so weird, but it's dope. Like, cause even the drums is like weird pattern and like almost distorted, but it just works. Oh, this is a callback. They're saying this is a callback to the Blood Hell song where they're saying they shot the arrows in the sky, pretty much hit the creator, and then this is the creator's rebuttal, or not rebuttal, but reaction to them shooting those arrows and striking them down. Interesting. It's interesting them showing the creator from a more vulnerable position and like speaking to them directly after being struck. But it does make you question a lot of things, like why was he not speaking before and all types of stuff like that. But let's continue. I like where the annotation on this one, and I won't read the annotations for each one, only if I feel like it's important for just context. They said, and I'll give myself up to you, sharpen your edges. I no longer cling to my life. Yes, I'm finally giving in. And remember, this is from the perspective of the creator. So they're saying this line is ironic. God, the creator of life, is given in death. The mirrors Anticus's philosophy of the great negation, the idea that all life will be overtaken with death eventually. Here he starts with God himself. Damn. What up, Dre? We're doing a little album reaction on my YouTube, so you can say what up to YouTube if you want. But yeah, just breaking down some lyrics, seeing what's there. What's up, though, gang? Revisiting the past. It'd be like that. Drake, I'm down. What's up, Drake? Imagine I said it casually. It's just crazy how they made the creator as if he's like really giving up or giving into the humans or whatever they can do, like as if this was possible. Of course not, but it's still an interesting concept to see how they portray them. It's also like audacious, especially in '08. Like people were not doing that. They do. I noticed they do that a lot. They like. I was wondering because there isn't that many songs, and I saw the track time runs pretty long. So I was wondering how come that's the case. But I see like they let moments breathe. But I understand that they let things breathe because these are heavy topics. So you need a little space in between what's going on here. So this is interesting for sure. It's quite hard. I think it gets a little hard to hear here, but at the end they're giving praise to the hunter, who is the one who hunted the creator, because now that God has been brought down in their world, the hunter is now the one who's in charge, or who's the one worship, or who's the leader of this new world, this godless world. So I'm like, literally. By the way, just so YouTube knows, I can still hear it. I just put it on my speakers because the headphones was hurting my head. But we good. Bro, this is literally one of the most dramatic albums I ever heard for no reason. I don't even know what's going on, bro. Like, I literally know what's going on because I'm reading, but I'm like, sonically, though, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this next one is called Telephony. Just to give background, I guess I could just start reading kind of what it's about because I know it can be hard to hear for y'all from like my chat and for YouTube for anybody who's new. But they're saying this one is about a narrator building a telephone time machine or a regular time machine to contact a deceased loved one. The song is rather heartbreaking concerning the personal life of Hannel, I think Hannel, band member Dan. Oh, that's like the breaking down the name of their band, but just they just calling them Hannel, but it's Have a Nice Life. I get it. And but yeah, his name's Dan Barrett. Damn. Okay, let's hear what he does. That snare hidden. Okay, so for verse one, he's talking about just building a machine to to get to his loved one, his passed on loved one. That's layered very nice. There's like a lower and a high. I do tend to like when singers do that. It creates a nice texture on the ears. But this one's he's just kind of longing to the person, like saying he wishes that he could hear their voice, which is definitely a relatable thing. He said the look on your face when I first connect the line. He's saying like the first time he sees them after connecting with them in the afterlife, wherever they may be. Sheesh. These are like definitely one of the more eerie projects I've ever heard. However, still relatable at the same time. Like this is like the part of life that we hate. This is part of life we don't like to talk about. However, it's it is a part of it. So somebody got to say something about the elephant in the room. Sometimes it doesn't need to be always, but this is a really good project, and it's interesting to hear how they hear their take on it, or on and the impermanence of this all. So I see why this gained a cult like audience because this is deep stuff, but it's just stuff that like you won't hear a lot of people touch on to this level. So really cool. This next one's called "Who Would Leave Their Son Out in the Sun." I can hear that this one's gonna be another one that's hard to hear audibly, so I'll kind of break down what's going on here. We'll read the what it's about, and then we can kind of just listen sonically after that, and I'll point out anything that may stand out in the lyrics. But they're saying an odd one in terms of content. The content on most of the other tracks relate to Antichus and his heretical things. The song is a biblical reference to the denials of Christ. There's also an implicit connection between the suffering that the narrator faces and crucifixion, which is that well-known punishment Jesus received at the hands of the Romans. Yes. Damn, bro, they're like really. They went into like historical events and religious text as well. So this is like that's another layer of what makes this a different project. Definitely, this is definitely one of the craziest first listens for me. I was not expecting this at all. Bro, yeah, this is like I see what you're saying. Like when you say like, "What am I listening to?" That's how I feel right now. I'm like, bro, what? What? What was y'all boys thinking, bro? This is like, how y'all even come up with this? Yeah, for sure. It's definitely dope though. Like, I'm having a good time because there's more depth to it than just like the Sonics. So it's like it's like I'm interested to see how this plays out throughout the rest of the project. Yeah, bro. Literally spot on. Cause they're all their own worlds. It's like each song is a different scene, and again, there's all like they're potent. They're all potent scenes. What's up, GX? We just doing a YouTube reaction right now. We're reacting to this "Have a Nice Life" Death Conscious album. One of the craziest first listens ever, bro. Personally, the outro song's literally the best. Word, we'll definitely get there soon. I'm interested to hear it. This is wild though. I'm like, this has literally been me the whole time in my head. Hold up, somebody invading the reaction. I don't know what they on right now. We'll get them up out of there. Sorry, YouTubers. We'll keep going for y'all. It's different when it's dark out. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I wanted to see your text, but you know, somebody came in with that spam. But we're good now. Me personally, I don't think I would be playing this at 3 a.m. with the lights out because I'm gonna be scared. But I definitely get what you mean, though. I'm definitely not doing that at witching hour. I gotta check that one out. I never heard that one too. Streets are saying this next one is just purely an instrumental, so we'll let the instrumental play and we'll just vibe to it. But this next one's called "There's No Food." Hey, hold on, why is hitting though? Hold on, why is Loki hitting though? Hold on, chat. I got stuck in the beat for a second. Bro, this is literally one of the most insane listens. Bro, what is happening? literally feel like I'm just like listening to this like transitioning period at a rock concert, and I'm just in the crowd vibing. It's like an interlude. Oh nah. Okay, well damn. I don't even know what to say about that, bro. I was just kind of entranced. Let's just continue. There's no words there, so nothing to say besides okay. This next one is hold on. Let me make sure I get the name. Un momento, YouTube. This one is called "Waiting for Black Metal Records to Come in the Mail." They're saying this one's about how mega corporations deceive and exploit humans and workers for money due to greed. Unfortunate truth. Yo, they was really on some like they was really on some like ultimate consciousness shit, but they just made it so weird and like so dark. But like when I say weird, I just mean different. It's just like you wouldn't just hear a song like this or an album like this, but I could see why it got its fan base. It feel like an alien about to come in. Bro, no way you listening to this at 3 a.m., bro. This is what you listening to? Bro, you might be diabolical, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You might be diabolical if this is what you playing at 3 a.m. Bro, this is so crazy too, cause like every song that I hear the singer on, he sounds like he's singing a different tone or like almost a different voice. That's another thing that stands out. That was definitely that was a direct shot to the corporations. He said, "You dropped that pitch black pale over us, one and all over, or over us, one and all again, to propel your national machines, giving us all the disease but not the vaccine." That's literally a shot at the corporations. I'm seeing it. They said Paul actually, not pale. They said Paul. What's a Paul? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Oh, they said it's a sheet or a cover for a coffin. Damn, damn son. That last bar, giving us the disease but not the vaccine. That's like y'all are making us sick but not giving us no ways to get out of it or to heal. I would give anything for a cool glass of water without this poisonous oil. Just talking about the conditions. It's definitely like darker concepts, but again, it's things that like real life people feel and go through. So it's like if you're honest with yourself, you could relate to it one way or another, even if you're not a fan of it sonically. Damn, son. After this, we gonna have to pull up like a lighter tone album because I'm like, damn, I feel definitely like my vibration just got lowered as far as like just thinking about the darker concepts of life. Oh well, damn. Yeah, bro. One of the most wicked first listens, but also really cool. And like definitely darker, depressing, but still there's like that there's like something dope about it. It's just like I guess the pure raw honesty of it. I think that's what like pierces through this whole thing. Cuz normally I wouldn't listen to something like that. I probably would dismiss it. But since I'm actually tuned into what's going on here, I understand what's going on within the context of the world, which is like what's happening here with the production. So yeah, bro, I get it. This next one's called Holy Effin' Shh. Trying not to cuss too much on YouTube. So holy F and S 40,000. Oh yeah, they said the title track is a reference to the tabletop game Warhammer 40,000. I never played that joint. I don't know if any of y'all have, but let's continue. Like that, it's almost like a video game. Oh, well, yeah, it's literally a video game reference. Duh. May be hard to hear the lyrics, but it sounds like he's literally talking about being a machine, like program machine. So, and he literally says that we're machines that breathe and weep and look really good, trained to kill. Damn, bro, this shit like just takes you on so many different trips. Also kind of continuing the concept that was in the last record about like being forced to work a certain type of way or work for these corporations, which they were calling the machines, but now he's saying that they are the machines in this one, as far as like being trained a certain way or programmed a certain way. This one started getting energetic. I didn't expect that. Still kind of adding on to the machine theme though, because it does sound like robot clashing. There sure is. I'll probably post it by tomorrow. So yeah, you'll be on my YouTube page. I'm sure some people will like that I reacted to this because I'm sure there's some people that still listen to them, and those are the people that I usually find my like older rock reactions. My rock reactions are some of like my biggest reactions on here, which is pretty cool. Shout out to the rock fans. Thank you, Chris. Damn. This is wild, bro. I'm really in this bit like, yo, this is, I never heard no production like this. And then it's like 4 different songs sometimes. Pure cinema, twin. This next one they're saying is an instrumental. This next one's called The Future, so we'll just chill through the instrumental, and then we'll get back to reacting to the lyrics and stuff on the next one. Sonic experience. I almost said, yeah, this sounds futuristic, and then I forgot the name of the song is The Future, so mission accomplished. Same time though, it's still like darker tone. It's like dystopian. It's like dystopian future. I just feel like this is music that play when something bad about to happen. Bro, how is you playing this at 3 a.m.? I'm still stuck on that, bro. You next level. I feel like I'm supposed to be listening to it like this. That's how I feel listening. Had to put my star projector on. Well, damn. I don't even know what to say. The instrumental ones, I don't even know what to say about those. I just be getting scared. But it does add to the whole world building of the project and what the theme is. So it's still understandable within the context. But I was scared. Let's go into the next one. This next one's called Deep Deep. Oh yeah. Let's do the breakdown for the gang. Oh yeah. It says this is the about on Genius, which is what I'm reading. It says like most Death Consciousness, Deep Deep has a notably bleak outlook on existence in general. Yeah, for sure, for sure. In particular, this track deals with the fundamentally doomed and dooming the nature of the human race. Essentially, the song seems to come up to the conclusion that the biological imperative to procreate is a destructive thing. As long as people continue to want to have babies, more death and destruction will continue to be wrought. In GTA Twitch, in the album, this revelation is also used as a means through which to question spirituality. Well, damn. Grim as hell, boy. Why them boys grim as hell? I feel like this is like Grim Reaper incarnate writing this. But let's continue. This one's so weird, but it's like so dope to me. 20? We only last few songs of this album reaction. But what up though? Oh, for sure. I appreciate that. It's Death Consciousness by a band called Have a Nice Life. This is a different album, a darker toned album, but really interesting as far as like conceptually and production wise. It's not the shit we be banging in our playlist, but it's definitely an interesting listen. But I think that's fire, you know, getting out of your box and expanding. That's why I started doing these reactions. So it's perfect. My boys, their production is crazy to me. Like that's like my favorite thing. A lot of times when I hear a lot of alternative rock, that'd be like my favorite thing about it, because they just, rock stars just do things that I wouldn't do as like a hip hop / R&B ish producer. So yeah, this is sick, and even conceptually it's sick. It's just different and like darker for sure. But anyways, this next one is called I Don't Love. This is the second to last one, and then we got one more after that. I'll say my final thoughts on the album. That'll be the reaction. But thanks for staying throughout this, if you stayed the whole time on YouTube, and same for y'all in my chat. I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah. I guess I could read the about, because I know these ones are just a little more difficult to understand on the first listen. But yeah, More Than Death Consciousness, more on the nose more on the nose tracks, speaking quite literally about the want for death. It is a lack of love, or for life, or for something else, which drives this desire to not exist. Bro, these boys was like it sounds like them boys was like in a vacuum writing this. Even the vocals sound like that too. Excuse me. I was about to say, we got the whole track. like a weird thing because it's like so dark, but it's like tight at the same time. What up, twin? We're doing this album reaction. We got this song and one more song left, and then back to the regular stream after that. But you came in at a funny time. What up, twin? That one thing is gonna be stuck in my head. Na, 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 na. I feel like that bell goes at the end of every song here. This is the last record on the album. Then I'll say my final thoughts, and that'll be it. But this shit crazy, son. This is Earth Mover. Earth Mover is a track about Earth destroying golems. I think that's how you say it. Hence the title Earth Mover. Knocking down mountains and destroying all in sight. Dang. As time passes, the golems grow restless. They have no purpose, no reason for the creation. They're wandering immortal mass of machines who can only destroy, but they cannot be destroyed. The existence is tiring. Being a machine that can only destroy, not create, is inherently stressing. Hell yeah. In addition, once all is destroyed, there's nothing left to do. The golems yearn for death, but they cannot die. They can not even speak. But if they could, the only thing they would say was, "We wish we were gone." Well, damn. Is this considered abstract music? I guess so. It's alternative rock technically, but like definitely. And, oh yeah, this is the one my boy was saying like it's his favorite. Hold on, let me see what a golem looks like. Oh, the boy ugly as hell. The boy ugly as hell. That's one of them though. Yeah, also could look like that. Wait, hold on. Bright as fuck. Like that, ugly as hell. Hey. They also could be a Pokemon. Alright, let me stop trolling. Let's hear this record, and then I'll say my final thoughts, like I said, and that'll be that. Oh, that's tight. Yes, sir. Thank you for the rec, man. This has been a super dope listen. I would have never even known about this had you not told me, so appreciate you.
This
This is insane, bro. Like the guitar is going insane. The drums is tough. They always have like really nice drum selection, little abstract drum, distorted ish drum selection, and then the vocals just sound amazing. Oh shit. Okay, bet. Let's see. This is hard. That shit was crazy. That shit was tight though. Final thoughts, brother. That was the last. That was the last. We get the Evolving Air clap of approval. That was the last record on the project, bro. That shit was literally. I feel like it was so many things at once, but that was like it was so immersive. It took me to like a different world. Each song was like looking at an episode of into the consciousness, the mind of the author. There's so many like religious references, and then there's so many references to like what happens in life, even the things that are harder to look at. You know what I'm saying? Our own impermanence. Some people not wanting to be here. The ice bath one was crazy. Some of the transitions were like I was just some of the transitions I felt like I was like in the twilight zone for some of those the instrumentals, but it still fit. I like how they do their drums. There's like it's like almost like a distorted feel. Some of their vocals are up front. A lot of their vocals are behind in the beat. Mixed textures. The vocalist, the writer was doing different things with his vocal tone. That was a really interesting project. That was really tight though, and definitely a lot to be taken from that. To where like that's the one you gotta that one you gotta just sit with. I definitely was thinking about that too. Like how would I interpret this live, or how would somebody react to that live? But I guess I can always look it up on YouTube. But anyways, let me know if you guys enjoy this album. Let me know if you guys enjoy this reaction. Thank y'all for watching at home or wherever you're watching this at. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good one. Make sure you recommend something in the comment section if you enjoy this reaction, and I'll do it as soon as possible. Make sure you come chill with us on the Twitch next time if you get a chance. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, G. And no matter what y'all do in this life, make sure that you
Keep evolving.
peace, y'all.